How's it going, everybody? Today we're going to be teaching you guys how to make tools. Now, in the last video, we showed you guys how to make blocks, which was the basics of everything you're going to need to know inside of this video. You're going to go ahead and just bring it along to making tools. But along with that, we're going to have to learn how to use items and recipes. And basically, you're going to need the items to make the tools, but you're going to get the items from the blocks that we taught you how to do in the last video. So to make this easier, we're going to use some of the items that we've already created, but we're going to actually show you how to go ahead and create the item itself. So go ahead and click the plus button up at the top left and come down to items, or you can hit the hotkey letter I. You want to go ahead and give it a name. So we're just going to name it ingot, and then go ahead and click on item texture. Now, we already have an item texture up here for something we've created. Go ahead and select it. You can make it whatever color you want. You can do whatever you want. We haven't done a tutorial on how to make textures. I'm assuming you guys can figure that out. If not, we'll make a video on it eventually. But remember, most textures in the game are 16 by 16. If not, and you want to use a 32 by 32, it could still work. Just remember, it's a lot more detail that you have to put into it, and it's going to be a lot of extra work. So basically, keep it down to 16 by 16. Item model, we're not going to use any item models for this because I do not want to make a custom model for an ingot. That just sounds kind of pointless. And of course, special information about this item is the information about the item that you're going to need to know if you want to put it on there. You don't have to, but you can go ahead and put this is a ingot. It doesn't really matter. No one ever reads this. I know I don't. The item state, you don't have to put nothing in there. Properties, this is basically where you can change the name of what people will see in game. So the first name we gave it is the name you will see when you're creating your mod, or when you're going through your mod list trying to find items that you're using or making or developing. This name here is what people will be seeing inside of the game. So we're going to do red iron, just because why not? And it's going to be common. Just keep it common. It's nothing crazy. Keep it on mods. Well, nope. Actually, this one you guys would change down to ingredients. But for me, I have my own custom inventory tab. So that's where I'm going to put it at. We'll teach how to do that one day too. Max stack size is 64. It will not allow you to go higher than 64 because that's the base max stack size inside of Minecraft itself. Enchantability, leave that the way it is. Item destroy speed, leave that the way it is. Basically, everything here, leave it as is. Now, here's where you get into some fun. Now, you can make this ingot kind of be like netherite. So is item immune to fire? If you check that on, you can literally throw this item into lava or fire, and it will essentially just be perfectly fine. Now, can item destroy any block? If you check mark this, you will literally be able to destroy any block in the entire world, including bedrock with this item. Keep that unchecked, because if you accidentally check that and someone gets a hold of this block inside your world, if you're on a server, they will cause havoc and destroy everything with that one simple ingot. So this one right here, damage item instead of crafting, is another really big one too. So let's say you have something that you want to have a health bar on instead of it using the entire thing when you're using it in a crafting recipe, you would check mark this. And basically every time you use that item instead of a crafting recipe, it'll use up a health bar. Now that right here is where this one is at 0. So it says item use count / durability, leave at 0 to disable damage. We go ahead and set that to like 100. And then we have this enabled down here. Every time you use this item inside of an actual crafting recipe, it will start ticking away at this 100. It'll make it 99, then 98, and 97. It's basically giving that item a certain health amount. And every time you use it in a crafting recipe, it'll take away that health amount. And actually, we have a couple items like that on our server, which kind of leads me to say, if you guys are interested in any server play or any modded Minecraft server, go ahead and check us out on Twitch. We do live stream on the weekends playing modded Minecraft, and sometimes we even do development streams where you get to see all this stuff in more detail. Links for all that stuff will be down below if you guys are interested. This, you want to go ahead and leave this basically blank. It means basically if you put something in here, whenever you use this item instead of a crafting recipe, it'll switch that item out and put this item in there instead. So let's say you have a custom water bucket or milk bucket or anything custom like a bucket that you made for your mod. You go ahead and put in here an empty bucket. So whenever you use that full bucket in the crafting recipe, it will give you back an empty bucket. That's essentially how that part works. Item animation. This is in case you want to eat it or if you want to use it, nothing like that. I'm going to keep it as none because you don't need an animation for this because you're not going to use it for anything else other than creating the actual tool. Also, I completely had this going wrong. My bad on that. Go ahead and set this back to 0. That is not the item health. Down here is the item health. So item use rotation. So if you set this to 100, this is the number that will be ticked away if this right here is ticked on for the crafting damages. But we're going to go ahead and turn that off. We're going to turn this back to 0 because we do not need any of that. And then triggers, don't need to touch nothing here at all. Go ahead and click Save Mod Element. And now you can see that we got the ingot here. But the biggest thing is how do you get that ingot? We're going to have to mess around with crafting recipes now. And this right here is probably going to be the easiest way to do anything, is just do like a regular crafting recipe. So we're going to do red iron crafting. And look, right there, it's boom, it's your crafting table. You can change it from crafting table to smelting, to brewing, to blasting, to smoking, stone cutting, campfires, smithing, and all those different things. Actually, wow, I just realized they added a bunch of new stuff. That is so cool. When did they finally add all this? Sorry, I'm literally trying to make a tutorial, and I didn't realize I actually updated my thing. So that was all new to me. But basically what you want to do now is you want to go to your custom elements, and then there is your ingot. Now you see I have 2 of them because it's actually another item I'm just reusing for this tutorial. Go ahead and select that. Now there is your item. That's what your output will be whenever you use whatever crafting recipe, whatever you want to do. But we're actually going to change this to smelting, by the way. And then do custom items, our red iron. And then what we're going to do is just like, I don't know, block of barium, I guess. And then there we go. And then there we go. So we're going to have the block of barium up there, which is, by the way, what this block is actually called. This is what the original item I'm using it from. So it's going to have barium up in there. The block, you're going to smelt it down and you're going to get the ingot. Now you can change this around to do it however you want. I would suggest putting like an ore in there so we can go ahead and actually just change this to like iron ore, like redstone ore. So normally you don't ever smelt redstone ore, but if you did, there we go. You can get red iron from it. How about that? So you smelt down redstone ore and you get red iron from it, and save it. And there you go. Now you have your red iron, and that's how you do the whole crafting recipe. So now you have your red iron ingot and you have your way of getting it. Now we got to have a way of using it. So click the plus button again, click on tools, and then we're going to name this the pickaxe. That's not, nope, hold up. I can't just name it pickaxe. We're going to do this again. We're going to do red underscore pickaxe. And then we're just going to give it a random texture. Now, I already have one here. That's fine, whatever. And then specific names. Like I said, nothing crazy. Leave this all as is or change it however we told you in the last time when we were creating all the other items. This is essentially the same information as you do whenever you're doing the items. Properties, a little bit different. So you have the name here. Just go ahead and put a space in there now since, you know, we need it. And then the type of tool you're going to be making. So we have your special different things down here. We got a multi-tool, special tools. I don't know what those are, but cool. We got a fishing rod, we got shears, we got hose, spade, which is your shovel, sword, axe, and pickaxe. So you can essentially have all these automatic setup things, you know, these automatic, you know, presets for how tools will work. Like we said, we're making a pickaxe here, so we're going to set it to be pickaxe. Creative inventory tab. So we're going to keep this in tools and utilities. No, we're not. We're going to go up to mod. That's where ours is going to be set at. Yours will be in tools and utilities. I've realized I've kept putting things inside of a creative inventory tab called mods, and I haven't showed how to do that just yet. So if you guys are interested on how to do that, we will be doing that in the next video possibly. So keep an eye out for that. We'll be showing you guys how to do your own creative tab, and you can actually create multiple of them so you can have everything separated into places that they need to go. So all your custom modded ores can be with their own ores. All your custom tools can be with their own tools and everything else. Now, harvest level is basically like diamond and netherite. So like we said, I think it was last video, the tool harvest levels is basically how long or how strong you can make things break. So with like ores, like diamond ore, okay, it's set to level 2. So you have to have an iron pickaxe to be able to break it. So if you have the harvest level set up to level 5, which we can do like this, like see, set it to level 6, hit enter. See, if you hit enter and it changes the number back down, then it's too high. So if you have it set to 6, that means that's a level 6 pickaxe. So if you ever go back in later on and create another block and I ask you what harvest level you want for that block, if you make it level 6, this is going to be the only pickaxe that will be able to break it. So we're going to set this down to level 4, which is going to be the same strength or the same harvest level as netherite. If you wonder that, or if you want to see all the information, go ahead once again and click the little question mark, and you can see all over here. 0 is wood, 1 is stone, 2 is iron, 3 is diamond, and 4 is netherite. Efficiency. So gold has gold tool has 12, which means it's basically really, really fast. The base speed on each tool. This is where you can essentially set up how good your tool is from the beginning. So for gold tools, it has the efficiency of like 12 essentially on it. If you set it to like 12 on here, your tool or your pickaxe will be just as fast as a golden tool. Netherite tool has 9, diamond tools have 8, iron has 6, stone have 4, and wooden tools have 2. So on efficiency, we're going to do like 20. Sure. And enchantability. So of course, the higher they go, the more, enchantability they'll get. So wooden tools, of course, have a better chance of getting better enchantments on it than most of these, other than golden tools, of course. That's 22. So we're going to set this up as is like 30. Sure, yay. Now it's going to be in a massive like enchantability type of like tool. It's going to have the best possibility of getting the best enchantments on it. Attack speed, I'm going to leave that as 1 because it's not a sword. I don't want to mess with that. Same thing with damage versus mobs and animals and melee. You don't really need none of that. Now your durability. Usually when somebody makes a really good, strong tool, it usually doesn't have a bunch of durability. So we're just going to leave this at like 10,000. 10,000 seems like a lot, and it really is, so who cares? Repair item, this is what you would want to use as like from your ingot inside of the anvil to repair your tools. So if we go ahead and click custom items and then hit the ingot that we've already made, now you're going to use that ingot to repair that pickaxe. Blocks affected. This listifies what blocks the tool can be used on. The parameter is only used by the specific tool type. So I'm pretty sure you can just leave that blank. I don't think you can really do anything. Yeah, you can't really add anything to this. I don't know why that's there if it's blanked out. I have no idea why that is. So I'm assuming it's just going to be basically used like a pickaxe. It's not going to have all these custom items you can do. Is immune to fire. So if you want to make it immune to fire like a netherite tool, go ahead and click on that. Then you can throw it into lava and nothing will happen. Does items stay in crafting grid when crafted? Make sure that's unchecked so it doesn't use durability and it's not part of a crafting recipe, this and that. If you do end up using your tools like your pickaxes and swords and things like that inside of crafting recipes, you probably want to use that so it takes durability off of the tool instead of actually using the entire tool. That's up to you though. Damage item instead of crafting. You can also do that once again too, but I'm not going to do any of that. And then triggers, bam, save. We don't do nothing with triggers. So there we go. Now we have the pickaxe. We have the ingot. We have a way of getting the ingot, which is the crafting recipe. Now we need a way of actually crafting that pickaxe. And like we did last time, let's just hit the recipe. We're going to do red pick recipe. And basically you just need to make yourself a crafting recipe. So here we're going to do sticks. We're going to do regular sticks, not my modded stick. We're going to do stick on that one. And then custom items, there we go. Custom element, there we go. Custom element, and there we go. Now there's our pickaxe crafting recipe, and then there's our pickaxe, and then we're gonna click save mod element, and bam, there is our entire thing set up. So now if we go ahead and click play, we can go ahead and test this out. So now let's go ahead and check up on our custom items, go over here, and then there it is, our red pickaxe in main hand, our 4 attack damage and 1 attack speed. It's not really much of anything. Go ahead and use it though. Let's go to survival real quick and see how fast it actually is. It's not bad though. Man, I feel like there might be a cap on the efficiency, honestly though. Like, I really did feel like that it was going to go a lot faster than that. There's probably definitely a cap on the efficiency. I wonder if it works really good against obsidian then. Go ahead and see how fast you can actually break obsidian with it, because we set it oh my god, it's so fast compared to obsidian. That's so nice. We were actually doing all this live, like making this video live, and as I was creating all this stuff and talking about how to change some of the stuff, they're like, oh my god, it's gonna break obsidian like really quickly. Yeah, it does. And then now they're saying the next add efficiency 5 to the actual pickaxe itself. Let's go ahead and try that. Enchant dev efficiency 5. Now let's see here. I mean, I feel like I've already hit a cap on how fast this can really go. But I mean, that's still really fast compared to obsidian, because you know how long obsidian takes normally, and this is like ridiculously fast. So yeah. Oh my god, look. Maybe it is a little fast. I mean, like I said, you guys are going to have to like test on your own and make your own like speeds, mess with the settings a little bit and everything. Just make sure, you know, you can like make it make sense, I guess you can say. And then of course, let's go ahead and test out the crafting. So we'll go ahead and do that, and then go and get some sticks, and then some crafting recipes, a crafting bench. And now we go ahead and just test the crafting recipe. There we go. And there we go. There's our pickaxe. Works perfectly fine. Bam. And that is how you make yourself a custom pickaxe inside of Mcreator. And of course, along with how to do custom pickaxe, you guys learn how to use a little bit of the items and the crafting recipes and stuff like that. So it's like a 3-in-1 tutorial right there. And just like the last episode, at the very end, I'm going to show you guys once again, if you ever want to take your mod and export it and actually use it for other people to play, to upload to CurseForge or use it on a server or whatever you want to do, go up here to this top. Oh my God, I get the hiccups. Go up here to this top corner where it says export the mod for distribution and click on it. Give it a second and it'll pop up here in a moment right there. If you want to help the people to create Mcreator and everything by supporting them, donating to them and everything else, and helping them further, work on Mcreator, since all this stuff is free and open source, you guys can do so with this button right here. Click donate and export the mod, or you can click export the mod without donating. Once you do that, a pop-up will show up and you can go ahead and name that and export it wherever you want. I'm not going to export that because I don't need to. And yeah, that is the end of this video. If you guys have any other suggestions for what we should do in a future video, let me know down below and I will be sure to do so. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.